Hey guys, Johnny Mac here. Um, it's Thursday, January 9th, and I'm out at one of my. I just took a ride out to one of my lakes that I fish. There's about 10 inches of ice on it right now. Um, they don't allow ice fishing here, unfortunately. I fish this in the summer. This is one of my main pike lakes. Um, so just out for a ride. It's 27 degrees, but there's a nice amount of sun out, which is making it a little bit warmer. Been a moderate winter. Anyway, Happy New Year, guys, and I just wanted to take the time to uh, let you know that this year I think I'm going to do a video series on prepping. I'm seeing a lot. I've been a prepper all my life, and I know how popular it's been over the last few years, and I figured I'd jump in and make a couple of videos and for the new year. So anyway, I got a couple of things for Christmas this year. It's gonna be a boring video. I'm in my car. So speaking of prepping, my sister got me these bracelets that are made of they're made of paracord. I think they got 50 feet of paracord, and they got a fire starter on it and a fire flint and a compass, and you just wear it as a bracelet. I'm sure you guys have seen these and know what they are. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. There's another one in there in camo. But speaking of prepping, so that was one gift I thought was really creative. And then got my coffee. Can't go without the coffee. And a couple other gifts that I got for the next pike season. Rapala Husky Jerk perch pattern, and shad wrap, or X wrap rather, perch pattern. So I can't tell if this camera's out of focus or not. Anyway, that was some good, nice, thoughtful little Christmas gifts. So yeah, so expect this year I'm going to do a couple more videos on, most of my videos are on fishing and guns and bullets and hunting and things like that, but I'm going to start doing some more outdoorsy and prep videos. Also, I should have, I do some videos with my GoPro, but I ended up catching a couple of really big pike this year that I got some regular pictures of, but I didn't get any GoPro footage because, it's like you got to time it when you're going to actually catch a fish. You're fishing 3 hours without a hit with a GoPro strapped to your chest, and so 10 minutes before you get back in your car to leave at night, you catch a 40-inch pike. So I'm gonna try and get this summer more mindful of doing some videos like that, action videos with the GoPro. Anyway, regarding prepping, okay, for the new year, we get a lot going on, don't we, in the world? So I don't think prepping is a complicated thing, and I think a lot of the videos I see about it are somewhat unrealistic. I think prepping starts with, one concept it starts with, I would say, is the KISS. The KISS protocol, which is keep it simple, stupid. Keep it basic. Do things that you have skills for already. That would be my advice. Build up the skills you have. That's going to be to that. This is going to be my first intro to prepping today, and I'm going to be. That's my main point. It's great to have a bunch of stuff. It's great to have 20 guns and 5 cords of wood and 10 cords of wood, 5 years of freeze-dried food from Mountain House. That's all great and well and all that, but the reality is, you just don't know what's going to happen. So that the second principle I would say is what can go wrong will go wrong, and I guess that's Murphy's Law, right? So I mean, isn't that right? I think of any of the fishing trips you've gone on, or hunting trips, or this or that. It never turns out the way you think it is. You freeze your butt off. You get wet. You don't plan on that. You're carrying too much stuff that you ended up not needing. You can't get a fire started. You can't catch any fish, and that's the reality of life, man. So, and that's the thing. Do things that build up the skills you have. Okay, are you a fisherman? I've been fishing since I was 5 years old. I'm in my late 40s. I would consider myself an expert. I put more time on the water than your average bass tournament fisherman, no joke. I can fish every kind of fishing. I fly fish. With the exception of deep sea fishing, I don't do that. Every bait cast, spin cast, every species. I fish out of a boat. I fish offshore. I ice fish. I do everything. Which gets me into one area I might go into this year is survival fishing. Because it's not catching about 40-inch. It's not about catching a 40-inch pike. It's about catching fish that will feed you. So, are you a hunter? Do you hunt? Keep building up those skills and integrate other things into it. Do some more hiking in your hunting. Do some more hiking in your fishing. That's what I do. I love walking and fishing. I like hiking streams for trout through the mountains. Then you're building up your fishing skills. You're building up your physical fitness. You're building up your hiking skills, and then you can add to that camping. If you're out on a trip that's a couple of days. And I don't know about you, I've had a lot of stuff as a kid. I'm in my late 40s. I grew up in Bible camp in the summers, learning canoeing, learning archery, learning orienteering, learning how to make a bow fire. These were things that we did as kids. I wasn't in the Boy Scouts, but it was the same kind of protocol. That's just how kids were raised back then. So I have a lot of those skills, but that I could go back and maintain some of them. One of them was water skiing, and I ended up being a really good water skier for years and years and years, up into my 30s. And so to me, prepping is not going out and buying a bunch of stuff you don't know how to use. Things you're not comfortable with, fishing gear, guns you're not comfortable with, and you're just going to go out and, I don't know, in a SHTF or WROL situation, and you're just going to survive. Probably not. You probably won't last one night in a tent. My brother had a furnace go out this week, and this is what made me think of all this stuff. So, I don't mean to be, jabbering around. This is just totally off the cuff, so it's very disorganized and tough to follow. I get it. But my brother had a furnace go down this week, so we were heating his house with a wood stove for a couple of days that he had. It was an old wood stove, as it was drafty and not airtight, and smoke was getting in the house, and of course the wood was wetter than he thought it would be, and nothing is ever going to go right. That's just how it is. And but anyway, it worked, and he's got 2 little girls, so it worked. He had to keep that house hot enough. It wasn't just him; it was his wife and his 2 girls, and he had to have that thing, at least 65. So he was burning the wood stove, and I was helping him out. We were getting wood and this and that, and it's January, but it made me realize how weak we are in this day and age, And my grandparents that'd be their daily life, My grandparents, grew up at least on one side, farmers, in the Depression. That's daily life. Our grandparents would be like Navy SEALs today, compared to how we are in this country now. And in fact, I saw one study that was saying the most prepared for an end of society situation are the homeless, because they're so used to. I'm not talking about the drug addicted homeless, but people who've been homeless before and living, and living in the elements. They're the ones who are the most prepared. In America, most of us are 20 to 30 pounds overweight, which brings me to another aspect of it, of prepping. If before you're going to go out and spend thousands of dollars on supplies, go out and jog a mile. Okay, lift weights, do the things you need to do. The things you need to do for prepping and for survival should be a part of your everyday life. They should be a discipline, and it shouldn't be fun. Not that it shouldn't be fun, but it's not glamorous, you know. And this is why I haven't made prepping videos, because I find most of them laughable. Not to insult anybody, I see a lot of good information out there, but it's just like, I mean, let's face it, most people don't like camping for more than a couple of days. I don't. I like a hot shower. So it's things that you know, it's skills that you have, and you should be living your life that way daily. Not that you're going to be, you know, sitting by a campfire daily or hunting and fishing for food. You're not, but integrate that in. So like a couple of days during the summer when I'm fishing, and I don't eat a ton of fish, but a couple of the trips I take, I will keep a lot of fish to fillet, and so I can keep up my cleaning skills and my cooking skills on them, because I don't want to lose that. Same thing, well, obviously hunting, you're going to keep the food, but work it into your daily life. You know, work fitness into your daily life with regular workouts, or, you know, the stupid little stuff they say, park your car further away from work and walk. It's that kind of stuff, because we're not Navy SEALs, and the kind of prepping that used to be popular around was like, you know, bunker doomsday kind of stuff. For most people that's not realistic, and probably not survivable anyway for anyone. I don't want to be a downer, but you know, the Walking Dead situation, you know, I don't know. So, and the reality is, in our times, if you're, you know, a basic Boy Scout is in the top 1% of being prepared to survive compared to the general public, at least in this country. So anyway, I'm going to do more videos, and I just wanted to let you know that for the new year I'm going to do that, you know, focusing on certain aspects of prepping, but I'm not doing anything, you know, huge. These are going to be basic things, because the basics are where they're at. And so anyway, again, this is just off the top of my head, off the cuff, a little disorganized, but I appreciate your sticking around, if anybody stuck around to the end, which I doubt. But anyway, Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon. Johnny Mac out.